For this problem, we have obtained two expressions for the height h in terms of theta 1, theta 2, and the distance from A and B. Now, we want to prove that the two expressions are equivalent. So we want to prove that h equal d one over tangent theta 2 minus 1 over tangent theta 1 This is one solution for h, for the height h. And another one, h equal d sine theta 1 times sine theta 2. And sine bracket theta 1 minus theta 2. Now, I want to prove that this expression is the same as this expression. I prove this way. I prove this expression is equal to this expression. So from this one to this one. So from tangent, all the involved tangent to the sine. So I start with equation 1. So from equation 1, the expression is this. D one over tangent theta 2 minus 1 over tangent theta 1. Now, this expression equal to d this factor and this factor, they don't have the same denominator, so we make the same common denominator as follows. So tangent theta 1 tangent theta 2 tangent theta 1. So we multiply this factor, we multiply on the top tangent theta 1, and I divide also tangent theta 1. So for the second term, I multiply tangent theta 2, and then I divide by tangent theta 2. So I multiply tangent theta 2 and I divide by tangent theta 2. So I will return to this expression 1 over tangent theta 1. So now these two terms have the same denominator. So this d so tangent theta1 minus tangent theta2. So tangent theta1 minus tangent theta2. So on the bottom, I have tangent theta1 times tangent theta2. And this tangent theta1 times tangent theta2 we can put on the top. So I have d tangent theta1 times tangent theta2. Now tangent theta1 minus tangent theta2. Now we need to use a trigonometry identity. The trigonometry identity is this. Okay, I write down the trigonometry identity. So tangent theta1 minus theta2 equal tangent theta1 minus tangent theta2 divided by 1 plus tangent theta1 times tangent theta2. This formula I need to use. Now, you see, tangent theta1 minus tangent theta2 appears here. So therefore, tangent theta1 minus tangent theta2 equal this term times the bottom this term. So therefore, I have here this one equal on the top the same thing, d tangent theta1 times tangent theta2. So on the bottom, I have tangent theta1 minus theta2. Now I time this term, 1 plus tangent theta1 times tangent theta2. The next step is I need to change everything from tangent to sine and cosine. So I write down this way. So on top, I have the tangent. I can change to sine divided by cosine. Sine theta 1 divided by cosine theta 1. Tangent theta 2 equals sine theta 2 divided by cosine theta 2. On this term, it is sine theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by cosine theta 1 minus theta 2. Now this term I also change to sine and cosine, so this bracket one plus tangent theta 1 I can change to sine theta 1 divided by cosine theta 1. Sine theta 2 divided by cosine theta 2. Now bracket the next procedure is I need to change this term on the bottom. So on the top, I just copy down here. The sine theta 1 cosine theta 1 times sine theta 2 cosine theta 2. Now sine theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by cosine theta 1 minus theta 2. Now this one I need to make common denominator, so I write down, so 1 equal, I can change to cosine theta 1 cosine theta 2 cosine theta 1 cosine theta 2. It is 1, so on the top I have also cosine theta 1 cosine theta 2 and plus this term. So sine theta 1 sine theta 2. Now I need another trigonometry identity. It is this. The identity states this: cosine theta 1 minus theta 2 equal cosine theta 1 cosine theta 2 plus sine theta 1 sine theta 2. By using this trigonometry identity, I can express this term as this term. So that is here, at this. So this term, cosine theta 1, cosine theta 2, cosine theta 1, cosine theta 2, this cancels out with this one, cosine theta 2 cancels out with this one, and so on the top I have d sine theta 1 sine theta 2 so on the bottom I have sine theta 1 minus theta 2 cosine theta 1 minus theta 2 this term, by using this trigonometry identity, we have this term equals this term. So cosine theta 1 minus theta 2. Now, on this term, cosine theta 1 minus theta 2, cosine theta 1 minus theta 2, they cancel together. So remains d sine theta 1 sine theta 2 d sine theta 1 sine theta 2 d sine theta 1 sine theta 2. On the bottom I have sine theta 1 minus theta 2 bracket, and this is the same as equation 2. So this is the same as in the very beginning, this equation 2. So we finished.